Welcome back to Making the Madness on YouTube. Villanova goes down to St. John's. It's a huge upset of the Big East. St. John's wins 70-59. Posh Alexander was huge. Uh, Julian Champagne was once again monstrous, and Villanova turned the ball over like crazy. What a night! And Villanova goes down. Sean, what are your original thoughts here?
I mean, I was just super impressed by the way St. John's played. They've been really good recently. That they have won their last 4 games, 5 games actually. They defeated UConn on the road without Book Night, but they came back from down double figures and were able to win that one. They beat Utah Valley handily. Then they beat DePaul, Marquette, and now Villanova. So they went from 7-7, nowhere near the bubble, to now being 12-7 with a legitimate shot to make the NCAA tournament. And you can attribute that to Julian Champagne, but also Posh Alexander, who's become quickly one of the best freshmen in the country that isn't talked about nearly enough. Alexander is averaging just about, after this game, probably 12 points, 4 rebounds, close to 5 assists, and just about 3 steals a game. I mean, he's a fantastic do-it-all guy. He's pesky on defense. If Mike Anderson could create a player in a lab, it would turn out to be someone like Posh Alexander, 6 foot 205, a pure muscle. He makes your life so difficult on the offensive end. He hounds you for 40 minutes. I mean, there's just nothing you can do. And just like all Mike Anderson teams, learning from Nolan Richardson, they pressed the entire game. And Villanova just had no answers. Colin Gillespie was a disaster. So they started inbounding the ball to Justin Moore late. That helped a little bit, but I mean, St. John just outplayed them start to finish. I'm not concerned about Villanova. They just got outplayed. St. John's imposed their will. They played the way they want to play, and they were able to win. I do have a small concern about Jeremiah Robinson Earl, though. He was very good in this game, 14 points, 17 rebounds, but his shooting, even from the mid range where he's so good, just isn't as crisp as it was in the start of the season. For Villanova to reach their ceiling, he has to start hitting shots.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they need him to play more like an All-American, and thus far he's kind of been just like since Big East play, he's not really taken. In fact, he's decreased his overall production, going from 15 points per game to 13 points per game, uh, less rebounds. So, like, he's been less great in Big East play. Maybe teams in the Big East know some sort of formula to figure him out, which obviously is not ideal for Villanova. I just think, like, once again with Villanova, it comes down to the guard play. And Colin Gillespie, he had 6 assists in this game, but 6 turnovers, 2 of 12 shooting from the field. If Colin Gillespie's not going to play good, and certainly he was not good in this game, um, Villanova's in real trouble and can get upset early in the NCAA tournament. Uh, Seems like every year they're either losing in the second round or they're winning the NCAA title. Right now, it's looking more like they're that losing in the second round team, especially with the way Gillespie is playing. So he'll need to play better. I think Robinson Earl, you know what you're going to get of him. It's nice to see Caleb Daniels have a good game in this one, but end of the day, Gillespie needs to be better. I think Jermaine Samuels needs to be better. They just got to get better production from their kind of their players that were supposed to be stars, and I think that's what they need.
Yeah, definitely. There's no real reason to be concerned about Villanova, though. But you and I were speaking about this before we started recording here. The gap between Gonzaga, Baylor, and the rest is huge. But now Villanova, they can't lose too many more games if they want to be a 1 seed, and that makes like Michigan, Illinois, Alabama, the race for the third and fourth 1 seed. There's like 8 or 9 teams in the mix that could like feasibly be that team.
Yeah, I think right now Villanova will stay a number 1 seed, but I think Alabama's right there. If, like, let's say Villanova loses their next game against Georgetown, which Georgetown just took down Creighton. if, let's say, they lose to Georgetown, Alabama's on the 1 line. And I think Villanova just needs. They play Georgetown, they play DePaul, they play Marquette, 3 straight home games. Wait, the DePaul game's been postponed. So 2 straight home games. They get those 2 wins. I think the concern level goes down majorly, but gotta get those wins.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Make sure to subscribe to Making the Madness on YouTube. We'll keep rolling out some content every day. Just make sure to subscribe.